And then we'll handle the star business. Wow, this gets dark. Where's the sun at? Oh, it's just the moon. Hey, it's Santa Claus. Where is everyone? Okay. Had to hit Alt. Zooming, cruising, Dan and I. Fern and Nate taking the opposite direction. Dark map. And also, we didn't review everything, and I'm sorry about that. Thank you, Nightbot. Dan's got a lead right now, but everything could change here. Wow. That's quite the gaming feat, Scully. How were you playing it before you bought it? Was there like a demo? Because you were posting screenshots. Nate died, I'm sorry. Rest in peace. This is essentially like a light show. Or when, like, you know when you go to, like... Hold on. It's really close. Oh! Scully! Ooh! Photo finish! But luckily the technology keeps track of it for us. That's a win for Dan. I don't. This has to happen elsewhere. I'm not foolish enough to think that something could only happen in my big city. But like, if you go to the botanical gardens, and like they've got all the lights set up, and like you get in I guess no. I had to walk for this event. I had to walk and see all the lights, but. When I went to the Chicago Botanical Gardens, not for the Christmas light show, I rode around in a tour. Let's give that one to Dan. Nate the Joiner. That's what we call him. Dan, the first one down again. First down Dan is what they call them in high school football. Nate and Fern getting boosted, but anything could happen in the Dyson Sphere. And it looks like that anything is Nate and Fern both going out together. Oh, Dan doesn't care though. Anything could happen to the Agitator though. The Agitator is one of the biggest anything could happen moments. Like I could slip on through. Nate and Dan definitely, but Nate. Okay, Nate will be in there eventually. No, you must have gotten by the pegboards, Nate. This is the worm gear. That's what this is called. A worm gear. I'm stuck! Uh-oh. It's looking like it's going to be another star in the jar, gamers. I can view, you know, the people in the position that they're in. And then some maps will have like a floating thing if you hit B, but not all maps have that. All right, final results. Let me... Now, not all maps are created equal. Put another star in the jar. For myself. And the next lobby is up now. Look at this. They certainly love their rainbow colors in the custom maps, huh? Marbles. They couldn't even center that. That's nice. I should look at... I'm definitely going to have to look into how to make a marbles map. Alright, well, Nate and I wait. It looks like there's a portal in here, but... Okay, so what I'm gonna guess is we're gonna go down these tubes. The spiral glass tubes of terror. Don't know what that... Right, it is a portal. We go in here. Into the dojo. Remember at the end of the Jackie Chan Adventures, there'd be like a real life Jackie Chan like Sonic Says segment where Jackie tells you about some like moral or work ethic. Anyway, we got a big spiral, the ooze spiral, down into a snowflake grinder, into a double agitator, fallopian flow, to fallopian flow, to fallopian flow. We got a triple fallopian flow. We got some trick banisters into another snowflake grinder, double agitator, and a slightly stanced bisected fallopian flow into what looks like a... You know those like fly death traps that I don't know if people get the same like TikToks and shit as me, but like you get these fly traps that like slowly rotate and then like the fly is drawn in and then it's like pushed into like a up against some like... It's essentially like a fly grinder is what happens, and that's what I'm seeing here. You get ground up. Look at those. There's some really bad polygon pinching there. Anyway, then you get dropped out into the end, or you can go through this triple, quadruple, centuple. Alright, let's get to it. Alright, gamers, you got 10 seconds to join the race. If you have not already. I want to see Nate. It looks like Fern's a little lower. And out of the tube. Into the swirling pan. Fern is going in first. Yes. All right. Here we go. First, they have to make it through the dojo. Nate? Nate knows Kung Fu, apparently. Isn't this precious? Nate and Fern. Taking very similar paths. Dan wants to catch up. But he's even with all the strength he can mustered, it's not working out for him. Through the I Want to Believe X-Files X, sponsored by X-Files. Into another X-Files. Oh, Nate. Nate knew that one. That was the episode with the guy crawling through the vents. Nate said, I know this one. All right, all right. Oh, Fern! And anything could happen in this agitator. Let's check on Dan. Dan, out. All we care about is Nate now. No one cares about me. Nobody cares about Marble Me. But it would be funny if I did zoom in and win this, but no, not happening. Alright, let's give Nate a star. We'll get another rack up. Oh, this looks... I was about to say, this looks similar. The Chris live. But it looks like it differentiates. We're gonna get a pine cone plinko drop here. Let's go through. We got 10th marble win. Congratulations. So we have the tube spiral again into a funnel. We've got a decision, a factory splitter, followed by a mini dojo. Down some stairs that have like rivets in them. Down the stairs into a portal, which I can only assume comes out in one of those. That's a blue portal. That's a green portal. So is this... Nope, that one's also green. So that one's got the finish though. So this one has to be second. Into the pine cone plinko. Ooh, ow, ooh, ow, ooh, ow. Down a windy road, we got some bumpers. This is some monkey ball shit right here. Into a big water wheel. Anything could happen in there. Dead. And then into a swirling pegboard bowl, and there's a meat grinder underneath. Get this, gamers. A meat grinder. And I'm stuck. I'm gonna have to go in around. That puts us into our next portal, which is going to take us all the way up here, gamers. Exclamation mark play, by the way. Down into another bowl. A double stance fallopian flow, up a green elevator, and then through like a Metroid morph ball tunnel. Let me get in here. Through a messed up Comedy Central logo, up another green elevator, and then there's some sort of ring that may or may not do shit to us. It might be just for decoration. Into a final bowl, down a helter-skelter slide, and to the finish. So you'll have 10 seconds, gamers, by the time I get up here. That's supposed to be the moon. Alright, here we go. Nate struggling to find a hole. Dan and Fern are about equal here, by my measure. Call that a Tuesday, but it's Friday. Nate, you can't find hole on a Friday? Oh, wow. Getting stuck in these tiers. Right, all right, all right. Dan, Fern, going through the dojo. Ladies and gentlemen, the weekend. Whoa, whoa! All right. Fern and I had a pact, apparently. One goes, so does the other. Sorry, Nate, that you were not invited to that. Pretty close. Down the pine cone. Nate pulling ahead in the pines. Into the monkey ball area. There's a bumper. Oh, doesn't really do anything. Oh, oh, ho, ho. Dan saying, I got you, blood. It may be a competition, but I don't like what I'm seeing here. We'll see what happens. I think we might be. If only I could grab one. This is not a map for low player counts. Well, I'm just gonna call that a star in the jar, I guess. What can you do? I don't think we're getting out of here. Thank you, Nightbot. Yep, we're gonna have to race. And then we were in community. Random. Haunted Havoc Void. Hey, I didn't steal the victory from you, Nate. That was That was the game. So we've got purple map. Now, is there a floor down here, or is this just like a potential? No, okay, we got a floor. I was wondering if it was a potential death drop. We got the pegs, the pegboard, the lucky hit, followed by the glowing end run. No, that's the E-Trade. E-Trade logo. The E-Trade dojo into a Donkey Kong minecart. Into a coin sorter, up a green elevator. A grain elevator with a Donkey Kong track. Big pile of snow. Separator, the double dojos, and a high-flying Donkey Kong into a marble tube. Coming out into another dojo. A drop-down dojo. Another minecart, and then I'm hoping something will happen here that'll get us over to here. Into what was that? We got some sort of like Sonic the Hedgehog swinging spike death trap. Through a bowl into the Squidward grinder, into another dojo, the Cube dojo, Dojo of the Cubes. And then some single tracks into a 8 worm gear setup that ends up in 4 different portals. Chaos Emeralds. And then one of the craziest ends we've ever seen. Alright, gamers. You'll have 10 seconds when I get to the top. Racers. On your marks. Get set. Roll. Oh. Burn taking the high road. For now. Oh. Is it gonna be Nate? Is it gonna be Dan? There's Dan. Dan's first to the dojo. Very dark map. Whoa. Blink and you miss it. Get shot up. Dan's got a solid lead, but anything could happen, gamers. Nate and I. Fern. Close in tow. Dan had a little trouble with the cubes. But he's doing just fine in the drop-down dojo. Made short work of that ramen run. Here we go. Dan skating the bowl. But he just can't drop in. Here we go. The final dojo. Let's see what's going on. Oh, hey, everybody caught up. Dan having a tough time getting over that cube. But it's okay, everybody else is going to as well. I guess it depends on which track is the shortest here, maybe. Or Dan's lead might be too solid already. Whoa. 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 Dan got put in the particle accelerator there. The Twizzler turbine. That's a good one. Give that one to Dan. A similar opener, but this one's all like fucking creepy crawly like that. You remember that? Remember that? Like it was kind of like an easy bake oven, but like you could make like gummy like spiders and scorpions in it. Remember that thing? This could also be like a dark watermelon, but it looks like it's some sort of like gemstone. Oh, this could be like a ruby, and then this is like uranium glass. Creepy crawlers, yeah. Creepy crawler. I think I said that word, those words together. So how does this work here? Tip and Tot. Thank you, Tip and Tot. Oh yeah, let me get myself in here. If I haven't already. No, it's just me. That's a shame, gamers. So, go down the Plinko into the uranium tubes, into what we're gonna call like a Danish. There's like a raspberry Danish right here. Then we got two separating grain elevators. What do they go into? One goes into an agitator with a looped fallopian flow, into a spiral, into a rocky road, into a pegboard bowl. Wow. This one's crazy, gamers. Into the credit card reader. Portaled to where? Up here? Who knows, gamers? Maybe right there. Yeah. A lot of moving parts here. There's 2, there's a 4, there's a 0. 3 hearts. Down a long... Oh, wow, look at that. We got a vertically aligned agitator. And then down into a snaked coil. Huge half pipe with a meat grinder at the end. Into the Twizzler Twisted, the Twister sponsored by Twizzler. And we got some hammers. Into the goal. Wow. We'll just have to see how it plays out, gamers. You've got 10 seconds when I reach the top of this. No one else has joined yet, so I might just have to wait a second. Unless everyone's eager to have another star put in the jar. This looks like a cool map, though. Alright, we got 4. Well, the record is 4 minutes 44 seconds. That's crazy. Here we go, gamers. Now this is the Unreal Tournament song that I remember. Dan pulling ahead. Nate also, but no, more so Dan. Nate's feeling it though. Oh, whoa. Into the grain elevator. The others haven't even gotten this far yet. Oh, whoa. Whoa. Oh, whoa, oh. That's a cruel agitator right there. Hey, if it isn't Seung Lee. We got a random gold star. We'll have to distribute at the end of this race. Don't let me forget. Boost in. Oh, that was not much of a boost at all. Except for maybe for Dan. Anybody's race right now. See Nate pulling ahead. Almost pulling ahead from that grain elevator. How you doing today, Skung? Oh, Dan's coming out. Right into the hole. So is Nate. Okay. Alright. It's thinking several different people are in first place right now. Oh! Oh! What? Okay. Nate. Leading the pack now. Stopped by a random 0. Dan dropping into the tubes again. But this anything could happen on a pegboard. You could get launched in a pegboard. Whoa! It worked out for Dan. This sounds like Donkey Kong Country music. Donkey Kong Country 2. Whoa. Not much that could happen, I think, at this point. Let's check on second place. Fern? I don't know how Fern got up there, but let's see it, Fern. What's the move? The Twister, sponsored by Twizzler. Not even gonna spend a second in there. I think Dan's got it, gamers. But there's a threat. No. No way. Dan wins. Let's get... We gotta get a star for Skung. Star for Dan. And then we gotta do a random star. And the random star goes to Nate. Nate's gonna be happy to hear that. Doing that off screen. All right. That's 7 wins total for Dan. Random track. Lee M. Limali or Lee M. Ali? Got Nate in there. Exclamation mark play if you want to join this race. They love the hearts in these custom maps. This is interesting. We got a Plinko machine here. Some kind of evil Bowser world. Only one's... No, they're just not continuously moving. Okay, got it. Out into a pegged... Internally pegged Twizzler. Internally pegged Twister, sponsored by Twizzlers. I'm sorry. Into a an iron lung. Who knows what's going to go on in here? We got changing lights. Maybe this is some sort of microwave tunnel. And then a radioactive Comedy Central logo, followed by radioactive pegs. Internally pegged Twizzler for Marble's pleasure. Into a sleek sci-fi hidden... I'm gonna guess these are water wheels in here. To get inside to find out. Yep. Into the Tron water wheel. And then double that. Split into a ramen spoon. Into a slide, a super slide. Grain elevator, a loop-de-loop cannon down the track. Into a jump. Into a rotating pegged bowl. Into a normal bowl. Into a shark's mouth. Get vored by the shark. And then there's a laser tunnel. This is the microwave tunnel for sure. Get blasted by every type of radiation known to marble kind. And then it ends in a Squidward grinder. Alright. You'll have 10 seconds when I reach to the top of the map here, gamers. If there are any other... Excuse me. If there are any other potential joiners, I had to burp a couple times there. But otherwise, we'll be starting in 10 seconds. Starting now. Here we go. Fern in first. Just a faster roller, I guess. Nice. Pass through. Into the Iron Lung. Nothing strange happening here. Doesn't seem like much of an obstacle here. Burn the only one. Oh, I rolled back super far as well, but I think this might play out to their advantage here. Nope. Nate's taking it. He's about to get pegged radioactively, though. Fern says, "Not alone, you aren't." Oh, a little hop. Here we go. As close to first person as I can get. Quick work of the first water wheel. Quick work of the second one. Now what? Now what, gamers? Into the big ramen spoon. And down the big fun slide. You ever been to like the state fair and they have those big ass slides? You know what I'm talking about? Whoa! Whoa! Sorry for your loss, Nate. But there was a trick there. You got tricked. It's between Fern and I. Maybe Dan. Fern. Dropping in before me. This might be a Fern. This might be a Fern. Depends on who gets in this shark's mouth first. Whoa. Oh, I forgot about the microwave tunnel. Where the hell did I go? I'm struggling up there. Fern. I think this one is firmly for Fern. Get tossed in there. Yeah, and Dan pulled ahead of me even. Get a star out there for Fern. That was pretty fucked up, Nate. I'm sorry that happened to you. The burlap blaster claims another. I want to go Dan say that. Oh, just now. Which part was the burlap blaster? Is this was? Challenge complete. Hey, we got 15 coins, gamers. Oh, don't forget about my marbles creator code, gamers. I know nobody in their right mind would buy more Marvel money, right? But just in case you do. Oh, the state fair. Yes, that's what you're talking about. Okay, I understand now. Right. We've seen this. This is like... There's a type of hat that they're always wearing in, like, period Chinese movies. And this is, like, a really big version of that hat. Like, this is like if someone had a spring-loaded traditional Chinese hat. That it was also, like, very pride influence. Hey, frog counter! Exclamation mark frog. That's what's going on there. So we got a witness. The frog is bearing witness to everything. It sees all. So anyway, there's a rocky road. Autumn Lily. We see a rocky road into a splitter. And then you get regurgitated back, gamers, back into this portal. Now, there's like two portals here. So what does this one just go to that one and then? Oh yeah, then we probably just drop down, right? Drop down into a vertical agitator, a clockwise water wheel. Most of the ones we've seen thus far have been counterclockwise. No, they've all been clockwise. Never mind. Then we got another pine cone plinko into a crucible bowl, split into two loop-de-loops, two separate loop-de-loops, into another portal, getting shot out this way, hopefully into that portal, right? But where do we go from here? Probably up to this Dyson sphere. Dyson sphere into a Comedy Central logo, split into a fallopian flow, Sonic the Hedgehog swinging spike trap, agitator with a little deviously looking slime, and then into a spinning peg bowl, down into a peg board, another. This is not a burlap buster. This is like an S into the finish. Reverse S hook. All right, gamers, you'll have 10 seconds by the time I reach the top. And then after this one, I'm going to take a quick go piss girl break. All right, gamers. 10 seconds. It thinks Fern's in first for now, but oh, Nate dropping down hard. I guess I'm not too far behind. See what happens. Nate, are you planning on eating that whole watermelon in your profile picture there? Is that what's going on there? Rind and all? That's the look of a man who's about to eat a whole melon. Always, brother. He's a twirling. Fern? I thought that was Fern twirling harder, but it's not. Nate managed to keep his lead. There's the frog. The portal tip right there. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, Dan? Nope, me pulling ahead. Let's see what happens. Where does this take us? Whoa, all right. Oh, I didn't see that. Oh, okay. And that's how we get in there. Agitated. Who came out on top? Fern. In the water wheel. Oh, Nate, actually. Nate. Focus on Nate, please. It thinks Nate's in fourth right now, but Nate is actually very much in first, it looks like. Into the green hill zone. Just shot wherever into the Dyson sphere. Anything could happen in here. Look at this. Fern's caught up. Close the gap at least. Let's see what happens here. Nate's gotten caught up watching some Comedy Central originals, and Fern just said they're not that funny. I'm gonna keep moving on. Thank you, Nightbot. Not worried in the least about that Sonic Death Trap. And right through the agitator, that's a big... If you can get through the agitator, no problem like that. you know, you'll be miles ahead of the competition. But it looks like I got through too, so. And I'm going down first. I'm going downtown to the pegboard. Here comes Nate. Nate thinks he's got it, but I don't think he does. Another star in the jar, gamers. It's up to 4 stars in the jar right now. And gamers, the only person who's put a star in the jar is Nate right now. Yeah, I think we need to understand that. So if we get to the end of the night and nobody else has put a star in the jar, Nate might just, no, I think I would have to give the stars back, wouldn't I? I think we made that ruling there before. So you got scared by crank anchors? Oh, my legs are sticking to my chair. But okay, so if there's no other star, if nobody else puts a star in the jar by the end of the night, these stars over here, any stars that I add to the jar, hold on, we'll stay. They'll still be in the jar come Monday. That's the decision we're making right now. Final results. Dan did not finish. Oh, I was going to go to the bathroom on this one, so I'll leave the lobby open for everybody. There we go. There's Fern putting a star in the jar. If the star jar gets big enough, Fern could win it with the star jar bonus. I'm adding your star to the jar right now. Typing in exclamation mark play to join, and then I'm going to go to the bathroom, gamers. Feel free to join while I'm gone. Winnie, everybody. Hey, everybody, it's Winnie. Winnie says, type in ! play. Look at that dog belly. This one looks like it's got some chill vibes. It's got this, like, pink and orange thing going on. And I'll piss. No, she won't. She's very good at holding it. Like, for a while, she was afraid to, like, go outside here. Like, just wouldn't stay outside long enough to piss or shit. But she would just, like, hold it until, like, one time, you know, eventually she'd be like, all right, I gotta piss and shit outside. And but she wouldn't go inside. But now that she's been here for a while, she's a little bit more comfortable. She'll go outside on her own, venture out. So we've got a glass Plinko. Remember those levels in Mario Sunshine? Or maybe it was just one level. I don't remember. We got double Comedy Central, evil Comedy Central, red and black. Triple rings into a pegboard, double agitator, double agitator, triple agitator, ending with a single slower agitator. That's nice. The Twister, sponsored by Twizzler, into a brief dojo. Another Twister, into a pegboard, into a Dyson sphere, and then there's a portal at the end that, oh, it might shoot you off into the void here. So you got 10 seconds, gamers. When I get to the top, what's going on down here? S2. Right. Let's see it. "24 Killers" Dev is in the Valheim swamps right now. Oh. Nice. I hope they're having a good time. Are they streaming it, or are they, like, giving you live updates, Dan? Looks like Fern's got this. Fern's got familiarity with this type of Plinko right here. Fern, once again, unimpressed by Comedy Central, but it's the top of the hour. The program is changing. Still uninterested. It was an South Park rerun, and it was so bad that Fern had to get out now. Let's see what's going on with Dan. Quick work of the first agitator. Second one, done. Third, a little bit more trouble, but not too much. Nate dropped off as well. Also thought the Comedy Central offerings were dog shit. I guess we're just making sure Dan doesn't die now. Because I'm not even through the agitators yet. Not very hopeful for my return here. Short work of a short map. You know, anything could happen here. What's going on with me? No. No. Unlikely. But We have to find out, right? Oh, yeah, Dan could get shot off here. The portal could fuck everything. If Dan can get out. Here we go. Here we go. This is for everything, Dan. Oh. Right, well, that's a star in the jar. Regardless of whatever happens here, that's a star in the jar. Whoa! You're welcome, America and Sweden. What's up, Guitar Slinger? Do you mean like having a ton of crazy obstacles? Because I think that's called mini golf, isn't it? Oh. Get that next track up. Exclamation mark play if anyone wants to join. Yeah, this is definitely I mean, through the power of computer graphics, you know, things are definitely taken up a notch. So I mean, like, cause like if you look at like a mini golf game, like golf with your friends, you definitely get into some shit like this. And you know, there's probably like an equivalent real life marble run, like Gel Marble Runs does some pretty crazy stuff sometimes. I bet this is great for the bitrate. Handle it pretty well. All right. So we're going down the hat tubes. Into the ram horns. I'm going to call these right here. Into the ram horns. Into some pegged twisters sponsored by Twizzlers. Some sort of like unprotected back road there, dropping down into the light tunnel sponsored by ray tracing. So dark I can't see down here. Let me out! Let me out! I'm stuck! What does this go out into? Whoa. This is some kind of space station. Look at that. That's crazy. So I'm not exactly sure how this one works, gamers, but if you want to join, exclamation mark play, you've got 10 seconds once I reach the top here. Wait, hold on. You got 10 seconds plus I got to give Guitar Slinger their star. For showing up today. Let's do it. I wish I had like a spotlight on the front of my camera. That'd be sick. Guitar Slinger's the first one in. Generous lead here. All right, Grandma's been invoked. You cannot lose this one now. Oh. When a grandma gets involved, that's when Dan gets serious. Into the ram horns. Through the pegged worm. No problem. Everyone else is struggling up there. Now, so is this the end right here? Is this like... Oh, that is literally the end. Wow, what a short track. Get Dan a star. Open it up to another race. Here we go. Ooh. Exclamation mark play. I almost forgot how to spell play. They've got some like whipped cream clouds. But it's we got a card themed Plinko drop down. That Nightmare Mario Sunshine Plinko course. We got a dojo guy. Path of the Three Ways Dojo. That's what this is called now. Way number 1 is the way of the water. Way number 2 is the way of the peg. And way number 3 is the way of the cube. And also water, again. You have to have a 3-way to pass? Wow. Also, the way of the peg goes into like this scrambler to green elevator. And then we've got a Comedy Central logo to a Twister sponsored by Twizzler. The steps down. Ooh, ooh, ow, 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 into... No, this is... I was going to call this an OSHA violation, but this is enclosed in glass. Into another Twister sponsored by Twizzler. And... Oh, it just goes down. Funnels in very tight. What do we got here? This is like one of those... I don't know if you've ever seen it, but like... They put cows in this ring, and then like there's like the... It's got these like... paddles that rotate around to like make them walk in a circle. That's what this is. And this is going to drop down into the paint bucket, out into another water wheel, zoom, 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 into an agitator. Anything could happen to this agitator, especially an agitator with these cubes at the end. That's going to be rough. And then a double heart. My heart is yours. You'll have 10 seconds after I get to the top of the map, gamers, to join. They love their hearts here in the custom maps. Alright, I'm already in there. Gamers, you've got 10 seconds. Starting now. 3-man race. 4-man race. As in there are 4 people that, not that there is a like a construction foreman. I was watching somebody play Mahjong last night on stream. And when are they gonna give that the Balatro treatment? Dan, going center. It's technically ahead now. That might be that, you know, that might be the move there, taking the center. But Dan's finding these Comedy Central shows slightly amusing. Fern, known for passing up Comedy Central shows. Must have caught an episode of what's a good show on there these days, or any days. I can't even think of one. The Daily Show. Whoa, going on the outside. Into the cattle walker. The roasted Norm Macdonald. Oh, resist the roast of Norm Macdonald. Okay. I get what you're saying. What's this going to be like? Ah! Vern's not far behind. That agitator could completely change everything. Let's see if it does. I mean, those cubes are definitely going to stop you, Dan. There's no question about that. Oh, not at all, actually. I'm sorry. I guess I'm just an asshole. Let's see what happens to Fern. Fern. Oh, nope. This one might belong to Dan, unless Fern can pull off some fantastic marble work. Oh. Dan Day. Oh! 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 Anything could happen. Gamers, anything could happen. Anything could happen. Anything could happen. And anything is happening! Woo! Fern! Sneaking in the back. Hand out that star. No, not everyone's done yet. Nate, come on. What? Nate? Nate, what was going on there, Nate? It's another bad one for Nate. Sorry about that. Burn, known backdoor slipper. Got the next lobby up. This looks like dragon fruit or something. But if we get closer, that's a cookie. There's a cookie road. I for some reason earlier today I was thinking about how good cookies would be. I kind of want to like make some, pop open the oven. So this is the chocolate chip lucky hit. Oh, and the shark's eating the cookies. All right. So, gamers, we've got chocolate. Some TikTok mentioned having a sleepover featuring making some cookies. Oh, God. We got a chocolate chip drop into the double figure eight. 2 cubes at the end. A bowl with some holes and some pegs. Into the cookie funnel. Down the cookie bend. It looks like we got some pegs. Chocolate chip pegs. Those look like they're just chocolate chip bumps, maybe. Yeah, no, that's the light catching there that I was seeing. Okay. So then we got a 2 paths. One ends in a dojo. One just goes directly into the funnel. Into a spinning bowl with pegs. Spinning peg bowl. Boosted into a pegboard with some bumpers. Cubed. Pegged. Agitated. Gotta not get lost in the Comedy Central show because there's a dojo. The dojo of comedy. Into a shark's mouth. And that's how we end it. So you'll have 10 seconds, gamers, at the 8 once I get to the top of the The map here kind of looks like an acorn. The Crumble Rumble. Alright, gamers. You got 10 seconds starting now. Dan dropping effortlessly, but oh, fell in the right spot though. Oh, almost lost it there. Ooh. Fern taking the front. How will they manage this cube? Just fine. Oh, and directly through one of the small holes even, not even one of the big ones. Which way? Whoa! Dan? Shortcut unlocked from Dan. Let's see it. Could set a world record right now. It's possible. It's possible. Who knows? Oh. That shortcut may be wasted as Fern fastly approaches. And does not care for the agitator. Oh, but Dan says, hey. I was just chilling. I was just taking a breather. But there's a rerun of Strip Mall on Comedy Central. Who remembers that show? I was a little too young to actually remember anything that happened in it, but I remember it existed. Let's see if we can get that on Watch Wednesday. Maybe not. I remember there being a little bit of like weird Chinese stuff, so maybe we'll pass on that show. Oh, Fern! So close to the end. That's rough. It looks like a barrel got blasted up the esophagus of the shark. Another star in the jar. Thank you, Nightbot. Exclamation mark play if you want to join this race. Nate's back in it. Dan's in it. This one's very purple. They could have made it Ava themed, but they didn't. Fern. Got 4 races to start checking out the track. This might be boost, or it could be you know, whatever. We got a Plinko machine into a water mill, we'll call that, into the rings of death, into some legs, into the sitting man, into a ghost dojo, and our ghost agitator, into the wagon wheel. More Comedy Central programming. We'll have to think of another show by the time we get there. Into the fly trap. Down the pine cone Plinko. Oof, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah. Drawn together is on. Into a pegboard. Through the pastry, up a fun little grain elevator, and down the burlap the burlap buster into the chemistry set finish. You've got 10 seconds once I reach the top. Does anyone remember Dr. Katz? I like that show. Also probably too young to get most of it, but... Dan coming out first, followed by Fern, myself, and then Nate bringing up the rear. Into the water wheel, through the rings of death, which don't seem... Oh, nope, they're very deathy today. Sayonara, Dan and Fern, sorry. Nate and I going our separate ways, but reunited in the Ramen Spoon Dojo. The Ramen Spoon Ghost Dojo. I think the music just stopped. That the rest of this one happens in silence. Or I could cheekily open up YouTube here. And Bomberman Hero OST. I resisted the allure of Drawn Together. Nate's getting blasted by something. Something was shooting at Nate. Am I gonna roll past this? No, okay. Do me a favor. Down the pine cone. Let's see something crazy, Nate. Let's see something crazy. Crazy Nate, that's what we call him. On account of he always forgets to take his crazy pills. The ones he takes for being crazy. Alright, you got a lot of forward momentum here, Nate. Ooh. Ooh. What's gonna happen? Oh! Come on, Nate. Come on. Come on, Nate. Little marble that could. I think you got it, Nate. Just gotta go down the burlap buster. And then you gotta find your hole. You did it, Nate. Let me get you your star. Pretty solid lead right now, Nate. In the star rankings. Random track. Ooh. Close shut the jaws of oblivion. Alright, exclamation mark play if you want to get in. Welcome to Oblivion, gamers. Let's check this out a little bit. This looks like there's a bunch of this like snowflake agitators, the snowflake grinders. Whoa! If I was on mushrooms right now, dude, on my big old 4K monitor. Alright, let's check out the track. So we've got a hidden Plinko going on here. Looks like we've got some vertical agitators. Do a double split. Yeah, yep. But it all ends up to the same place. So you want to be on this right side here when you're coming down, I guess. Into a stance fallopian flow. One way goes straight into a bowl. The other goes through a water wheel onto a tight track. And they all end up in the same spot. There's a small jump into a bowl funnel into an S hook through a loop-de-loop. Look at that. That might end somebody's run up here though. Watch out for that. Portaled into another funnel through the mask and into another loop-de-loop. How do you end up on that other one? You go through. We'll have to see what happens there. I don't understand how the physics work there, but either way, if you go through the lucky way, you'll be faced with an agitator or some rings of death into a grain elevator onto a tight track with a spiral pegboard, and that's a fallopian flow if I've ever seen one. You'll get pegged. Water wheel into a tunnel. Let's see it. You'll have 10 seconds when I get to the top, gamers. Starting now. There we go. It's everyone's favorite Mega Man, not Mega Man, Bomberman Hero track. Shit's bouncing. Dan coming out with some good momentum. Let's see what happens. See what happens, gamers. Dan's going straight into the funnel, which I think might be the move. Oh, yeah, definitely the right move. Bye, gamers. Fern getting launched by a peg. Nate took the high road, and it doesn't look like it's paying off. Whee! What's going on with Nate? Oh, Fern dropping through that. Oh, whoa! I thought I was for sure. Fern fumbled that one. Little nudge from Dan. Into the loop. Okay, no, that's how that works. Okay. I was just being foolish. Dan has a habit of just going right through agitators, but I don't think today is going to be that day. And Nate strolling right up. Going, hey. Not getting agitated at all. Cool as a cucumber right now. Despite the hot track. Rocky Road. Which Dan seems to benefit from, but we've got an equalizer here in this water wheel. Pegboard. Dan says, no thank you. Anything could happen here. Although we're running out of... Oh! There's the anything. Nate just rocked off the map. We've still got one more pegboard. Anything could happen in a pegboard. And, you know, anything almost happened, but... Another one for Dan. Dan's racking them up today. Really is a Dan day. Random track. Exclamation mark play if you want to get in on this one. We got about 10 minutes left of marbles before we'll switch over to the hourly race. Got 4 of you. We got a, just for show, Dyson Air Sphere over here. We've got the Bowser special. I don't know if this part of the track, I don't know if that's going to come into play, but everyone comes out, detours around the slime, into the dojo, up a grain elevator, into the water wheel, into a very strangely shaped bowl, split, wrap around the fuses, the fuse box, a twister, sponsored by Twizzler, into a deadly laser bowl. There's more fuse twisters, fuse coils, down an S-hook into a laser pegboard, into a radar. A radar dish, because it's a dish and there's like a radar. Into an agitator. Past a bumper. Into a Dyson Air Sphere. And that, gamers, is the track. I'll have 10 seconds to join when I get to the top. Starting now. Nate with the strategy, dropping all the way down, but Dan coming in with a little bit more speed. Through the dojo. Oh, getting caught up in the dojo. Hold on. Fern passed their black belt test. They're now spiraling around at the top of the grain elevator. Nate coming up behind into the water wheel. Into the freaky bowl. Which way? Which way? Going to the right. Round and round. Where it stops, we know right there. Getting twisted. Oh! Alright, that laser is live, gamers. Fern just got vaporized. And I'm guessing that's also what happened to me. Nate made it. But he's a little bit behind. This laser could get Dan, and it could change everything. Whoa! Uh-oh. Uh-oh! Whoa! The laser passed right in front of Dan. Nate, I'm praying for you. Anything could happen to the agitator. But nothing will. Anything could happen in the air sphere, though. But, again, nothing will. Looking like another Dan here. Unless... Nate? You sly dog. We'll always remember you, Fern. Another one for Nate. Nate, you're at 29 stars right now. That was an epic ending. Random track. Exclamation mark play. To get in on this one, we got Nate. We got Spiderlope. Welcome into the chat, Spiderlope. We got about 5 more minutes of marbles left. Glad you're joining us here at the some of the final levels. Are these are like fire pillars, but they look like old-timey work whistles that you'd see in cartoons when someone gets mad. Anyway, we've got a bowl. Starting with a big bowl. We're all gonna get flushed down onto a track. STDI. That's a good name. Into a Comedy Central. Onto another track. Looks like there's a decision to be made here. We'll go down some fallopian flows. Into a tuning fork. Out of a cannon. And you might be the one who gets knocked off at this point. Got a orbs, some spinning meat grinders, pegs, a flame cube, the Nintendo flame cube. How do we get out of here? At the end? No. All right, there's some sort of tunnel that I'm not seeing. Into some agitators. Dark side rules. And we've got 2 flaming Dyson air spheres. Into some pegboards, and then into a obstacle wrought half pipe. Funneled into exclamation mark blast. I don't know if you're gonna have to do that. Probably not. I hope not. And then dark side rules, and then these lasers might kill you at the last minute. So, good luck out there, gamers. You've got 10 seconds when I get to the top of the map to join. Let's see what happens. Oh, real quick, Spiderlope, since you showed up for chat, you do get a gold star. We've got a gold star system here. I gotta give you your own spot. Who's least likely to show up here? We're running out of spots. This is a very packed... I'm gonna say Kelly. Spider. Then you get 1 star. You also get a star if you win this race. Let's go. You got 5 seconds, gamers, if you're trying to join. Who's going to be first? First to flush, it's Spider. Split up. Into the Comedy Central logo. Nate and Spider not in the mood for jokes today. Nate and Spider going to the left side of the track. Coming out into the tuning fork. Oh shit! That's another star. I always get messed up there. I'm gonna give you another star for that. Into the pegboard. Spider slam dunking it. Into the Dyson's fire sphere. And out of it just like that as well. No time for pegboards. Cubes. Anyone coming in behind? Nate and Fern have reunited. Looking good for Spider, though. Oh, and it's gone to Spider. Not a world record, though. If you'd done a better job in that last half pipe, we'd be looking at a world record right now, but you know, they're world records for a reason. All right, final results. Spider, first race, first win. Next track. Ooh, it's kind of giving Fall Guys. Beginner's luck. All right, exclamation mark play if you want to get in. There's a scary looking guy down there. Another one of those 1920s work whistles. All right, so we're going through a bowl with some pegs into a "you must be this short to ride this ride." And then we've got a boar's back. Those are the hairs on the back of a boar. The heck is this guy doing? I'm a little scared of this guy. Something bad might happen there, gamers. And then we'll make our way to the work whistle, which we will have to go around down a huge slide with 3 exits. The Goon Spoon. And then that's the race. This is a short one, gamers. May the best marble win. Wait, hold on. What does this message say? Highest level. Okay. You've got 10 seconds when I reach the top of the map to join. Start. And we'll see the whole race this time. Whoa. I guess I'm hungry for it. Do the Razorback. Spider Lope coming down in second. With some good speed. And bypassing the entire Razorback. But Fern did it better. Let's see what happens here. Ooh, okay. Not as scary as I thought it would be. Spider. You might have it again. We'll see what happens. The Dread Tread. Oh, another easy win for Spider. Fern fell off somehow. Oh! That's gotta be how Fern did it. Alright, Dan, let's see what you do. Seen that spec map? Yeah. I am. Ooh, this is a dangerous course. Spider, that's another win. Quickly racking up these stars. I'm giving you another star right now. You'll just have to trust me on that. Random track. Here we go. Yeah, you better I'll report you. If this keeps happening. So we've got one of the steppers into a quadruple water wheel, dropping way down into a spinning peg bowl, into a hole with pegs in a bowl hole with pegs, into another bowl hole with pegs, into the Minecraft hopper, through the Squidward Mangler, into a big, like, Celtic cross, another Squidward Mangler. That's not a Celtic cross, a Celtic knot. Sorry, gamers. Get my words mixed up. Into a snow grinder, through a loop, into a wagon wheel. And then we got a Squidward grinder gauntlet here. Up a grain elevator, down the stairs, through the Twister, sponsored by Twizzlers, down some more stairs with some cubes. Watch out for those, gamers. A chill mill. Which one? Calling this the chill mill? Anyway, then we got a small dojo, the snowflake. Oh yeah, that's a good name for it. A small dojo, followed by some miniature walls into a thinking I bought into another Celtic knot. Squidward Mangler to stairs, dropping through a bowl hole, or you want to get to the portal actually. Getting through one of these holes would mean instant death. And I'm assuming the portal will take us oh, right here, gamers. Here's the end. Alright. We have 10 seconds when I reach the top. Starting now. Here we go. Ooh, Fern slipping in. Going head to head with Dan. Oh, but fails to find purchase. Dan's dropping in. Right into the hole. Doing a couple spins. So only one of these holes is big enough to fit a marble. Nate? Spider? No, Nate dropping right down there. the marbles seem way bigger. When I was imagining this course while I was going down it, I was not imagining the marbles being this big. How is Dave even gonna fit through there? How's anybody gonna fit through there? Like that, I guess. It's a pretty chill mill. Into the water wheel. The size of the marbles kind of makes it like most of these obstacles are just like time wasters. Nobody's gonna get stuck in these, surely, right? Oh, Fern. I guess people are getting stuck in them, but is that going to be enough for Fern to catch up? And I guess there's no danger of falling through the final hole bowl, now that I know that all the marbles are so large. Spider lope. Bringing up the rear. Nate. Stuck on the cubes. Are the cubes gonna respawn in time to hinder the other players? Nate might have it. Oh, Nate might lose it. No, Nate's keeping it together. Not much stands between Nate and victory here. Going down. Each step is very painful for the marble. Looks like Nate slipped in. We were close to a world record, by the way. We were about 10 seconds off. Who's going to be in second? Oh, Fern with the aggressive play. But it's going to be Spider Lope. Followed by Dan, Fern, and then I'm bringing up the rear here. Another great race. Oh! So there is a danger there. Death will come for me in 10 seconds. Alright, we're going to do one more race. Me when I deliver my map mesh at 1.1 instead of 1 scale. So true. We're going to do one more race and then I'm going to move on to Mega Man. But we will be doing hourly races after that. Let's see these final results. And Nate, you were 7 seconds from a world record there. 7 seconds and some change. Exclamation mark play for the last of the main marble races. We do 2 hours of marbles every stream. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Gamers. Before we get on to our main game, which today is Mega Man Legends. One of the best games of all time. Alright, we've got four racers. Let's go over the track here. Into a very colorful bowl. It looks like there's like an invisible rainbow prismatic force wall here that's going to draw all the marbles in. into a double fallopian. Yeah, quadruple fallopian. I guess that's a standard fallopian setup right there. So this is the double. Into grain elevators, into some coils, into another grain elevator, dropped through a whole bowl, into a hopper, dropped to hopped, into some more grain elevators, into another fallopian flow, into the Celtic knot, or the chain, I guess might be more of an appropriate name. Into some twisters sponsored by Twizzler, and that's the end right there. You'll have 10 seconds. This is, again, the last main marble race. I'm going to take a quick break after this. Am I in here? All right, gamers, you've got 10 seconds starting now. Listen to that amen break. And we're dropping in. Dan. Nate. In front. Oh, I didn't see that invisible dojo. Launches Spider into first. Dan's trying, though. Dan's pushing it. He's redlining that marble engine. Game thinks Dan's in first, but that is not true. Anything could happen in one of these grain elevators. But that's a very smooth grain elevator transition. Spider's in first. I'm saying I'm in first right now, but I don't necessarily believe that. I don't know where I am. I think I'm on the other side. Yeah, I am not in first. Oh! Shot into the other grain elevator. What? And not, oh, but Spider doesn't care. Spider says that was part of my plan. Right into the next green elevator. What's going on in second? Looking pretty decided right now. I guess something could happen in the chain. Like this. Like that. Got one more chain segment for something radical to happen. Doesn't look like it's going to. Ooh. Gamers. That one goes to Dan. All right, so gamers, I'm gonna. The next marble race will be in about an hour, right? I'm gonna get the lobby open now, but I'm also gonna. I'll get the camera on somebody so it follows. The camera has chosen Fern. Ooh, Fern. How's the race going? Ready for your close-up? Saying you're in first right now. And that could be true. Looks like it is. We got the surfer. Vern and I stuck in the water wheel together. We're asking each other about the weather. Nate and Spider bringing up the rear. But Fern says goodbye. Whoa, bounce back. Could have been worse. Could have been launched off the map. Dan getting into the water wheel first. Looks like... Nope, not over it yet. So Dan... No? Okay. I'm in the lead. This might be another star in the jar, gamers. As long as these don't do anything crazy. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, what the? I'm leveling up? What is this? Who knows what that means? Looking like a star in the jar, gamers. Nate, close second, but not good enough. Fern in the green elevator. Dan and Spider have been trapped, unfortunately. Nate's level 4. A level 4 games journalist. They're cuddling, yeah. Here comes the wall of death. Alright, let me put that star in the jar. And we'll do a couple tracks. Why not? If we're all here. They're colluding. You didn't say they're cuddling. My bad. Exclamation mark play if you want to get in on this one. Got 3 racers. Anybody who might be hibernating? Any spider lopes or anybody else? Rig. I'm already in, right? Hell yeah, I've woken them up. This is the second out of 5 races. I did not review the track. We got some agitators, we got some grain silos. Let's go. Hey, I'm gonna try and figure this out. Don't tell me right away. CK3. That's not Kingdom Come 3, because that game's not real yet. I have no idea what that could stand for. What does CK3 stand for? It's got to be a game, right? Did somebody just fall off, or is that a bit of the... Gotta switch camp. Fern's going through the dojo. Crusader Kings 3. Oh. I should have known. I just wasn't thinking. Into the propeller blades. This looks like a tough place. Somebody's gonna get knocked off here. And that somebody's Dan. Dan's the first one. Whoa, Fern! Truly, anything could happen. But I think what's happening to Fern might be the most important. Whoa! You did it, Fern. That star out for you. And then we'll do another race. I think I said we were going to do 5. Oh, we got everyone here. Nate? What's going on? Oh, Nate. It's just going to be you in second now. I should have said, oh, me, but I made it sound like you're the one who died, but that's not true. Whoa. Whoa. You don't have a lot of time, Nate. The wall of death is coming for you, by the way. Oh, no! Incinerated. Random track. I'm sorry, Nate. Exclamation mark play to get in on this one. This looks cool. Alright, so we're gonna go into a big translucent bowl. There's a portal here. Oh. That'd be very difficult to get into, I think. Low chance of that. Into a 4-pronged heart division. Into some wagon wheels. A couple rings of death. Some twisters. The slime guy. A funnel. Maybe that's where the portal takes you. There's more portals down here, actually. So maybe those go there. And then there's a new Super Mario World Wii U pipe. Followed by a fly killer. We're not done yet. Into the hopper. Around the moon. Down into the heart of it. Into a big old chain of water wheels. And elevators, it looks like. And then right at the end, we got some ram's horns into a funnel. And you gotta find your little spot. You've got 10 seconds after you get to the top to join. Let's go. See what happens, gamers. Dan dropping in. Must have hit a peg. Dan is going center right. What's Nate up to? Ooh. Stopped by some kind of obstacle. Doesn't look like... What's going on here? Well, we're just gonna have to call that one a star in the jar. I think we'll give it 10 more seconds to do something here. I guess the proper strategy would be to come through one of these. This is literally to be like, you know, if they're assuming you're gonna have like a full lobby here, I think. And then just like that, only some of these will get caught here. Yeah, that's stinky. You know, that's what you get when you do these community maps, is not everything is well thought out here. Long Glimmering World. 6 plays here. Alright. Stinky. Exclamation mark play. If you want to get in on this. This looks much better. We got a Comedy Central logo with a pillar of destiny. 3 paths. Looks like there's a what is that called? Orb of Annihilation from Dungeons and Dragons. And a laser, so these are some dangerous agitators. Anything could happen in there. Followed up by some water wheels into a grain silo. Into a mixer. The rotating pegboards. It's got 2 sets of pegs. More than normal. 2 additional sets. To a lifter, which could be very dangerous with any gamers involved. Portal, I'm assuming up. Down, out. What the heck is this? Who knows? A burlap buster into a funnel. We're no more of a. We're into like an S. We're stuck. I think, gosh. Those Dysons are just for show. It looks like no. You might be able to get there. Anyway, Comedy Central with a portal in the middle. Some big glowing funnel. Grain elevator into a funnel into a whatever the hell's going on there. Ooh, into a little house with eyes. Finishing off with a pegboard. Alright, you got until I reach to the top of the slope. I'll have 10 seconds after that. Hopefully this one doesn't fuck up. Here we go, gamers. And they're off. A lot of action here. Spiderlope taking the lead. Watch out for this orb spider. I don't think it's going to be an issue though. Nate touched something that he shouldn't have. Check on second place. Not doing bad. Dan, also not doing too bad. Anything could happen. Ooh, I'm trying. Trying to get sneaky with it. This is a tilted Dyson sphere, so it's a little bit different to get out of it. It looks like you gotta use your momentum. Spider obviously has some experience. And then this is a little scary. I feel like you might be able to fall off here if things go wrong. Also, there's this laser coming up. But we made it past. Epic jump. Not too far behind. So you can end up down there somehow. Maybe if the jump doesn't go right. Possibly if there's more marbles again. Right out of the Dyson air sphere. But what will happen? Getting lucky with these air spheres. Dan taking his sweet time. Ooh, anything could happen. Get a little bit of a collision, change the momentum, and it's anybody's game. But Spider is an artful dodger. Not going to get whipped up into the portal, I don't think. Dan had the chance to catch up, but will it matter? Oh, okay, here we go. Into the house. Oh, overshot it. Too much speed. Let's see what happens with me. Looks like I've got it. Let's see it, Dan. What's going on with Dan? A little far behind. This one's looking like it's over. That's another star in the jar. Let me add that to the jar. And we'll do 2 more races here. Oh, Dan's still got to finish. Come on, Dan. Come on down, Dan. Random track. Second to last one here. Penultimate track. Not of the night, but for the next hour. We got a uranium themed one. Exclamation mark play. If you want to get in on this. Oh. Some sort of vector graphics. Got Spider and Dan. We're going down the uranium pachinko into a rocky road through a twister sponsored by Twizzler. We got an agitator. This is all really hard to see. We're going to snake around into this grain elevator, which will put us out through this portal, which I think is going to blast us through here. And then maybe all the way over here. But another thing going on here with some rocky roads, Comedy Central logo. It's going to be intense, gamers. You've got until I reach back to the top to join. We're missing a Nate. The Nate's out there. Nate, you got 10 seconds. Starting now. Spider making quick work. Let's see it. Let's get another win. Oh, okay. Pack's a little closer together now. Anything can happen in an agitator. But it looks like something did happen. Spider's back in first. On the corner. Got a grain elevator here. Dan taking that much quicker for some reason. Shit, I wanted to watch going through the portal, but we'll have to watch it through my eyes here. We'll catch up in a second. Alright, yep. Exactly as I thought. Still thinks I'm in first for some reason. Probably because I'm closer to the goal at that point, physically, as the crow flies. This could be dangerous. Oh, Spider, I am so sorry to say that you're out of here. Could be another star in the jar situation. Oh! It's all up to Dan now. It looked like we both got eliminated in precisely the same way. Dan says, I saw what happened to those two. That is not going to happen to me. Right. Last leg of the track. Here we go, Dan. Let's see you do it. Take us home. Missed the boost, but it's okay. That marble is spinning so fast. And Dan takes home a star. All right. One more race for now, and then we'll set another timer. All right, exclamation mark play if you want to get in on this one. Immer's designs, colorful lazy whirl. We got Spider. We got Fern. We're going down to Goblin Town. Into the darkness. Into a sitting man. To a split ramen spoon. And we got the rainbow covers. With some boost. Into a peg bowl. Zooming around. Into a multi-mask situation, and then you're done. Alright, you got 10 seconds once we get to the top, but I feel like everybody who's here is here. Let's see it, gamers. I'm gonna win. Well, Nate, let's see who goes down first. You're pretty close to going down there first, but Dan and Fern were a lick ahead of you. We'll see what happens. Leader of the pack. Everyone decided to go the same way on that one. Let's see what the shuffle is this time. Oh, everybody else goes the other way, leaving Dan a little bit behind. The Fern is a little bit ahead, it looks like. Being back up. We got some collisions. Oh, I almost flew off the track. Fern stalled out somehow. That's unfortunate. Dan taking back the lead. Spider trying to elbow their way in there. Whoa. That's a powerful one. What's going on with Fern? Making their way. They're not so far behind. Right. Fern? In with the rest of the pack. Nate? Going for it. Nate says, I gotta get in here. If I'm gonna win, I gotta get in. You gotta make moves if you want to win. You can't be swirling around all day. It's looking good, Nate. It's looking real good. Dan Mox leveled up somehow. Who knows? If I'm gonna win at life, I gotta get in here. Hell yeah. I like to hear that. You saw a guy playing Fallout 4 and you said, now this is a guy. This is it, Nate. I don't think anyone's near. I mean, anything could happen in these crossovers, though, but it doesn't look like anything is going to happen in these crossovers, if you know what I mean. It's a win for Nate. Let's get Nate that star. All right. Who's ready? I'm already in. Nate. Chance to get a marble. Are there anybody else out there? Any Dans? Any Ferns? Any Spiders? Last race of the day, and then we're gonna do the star in the jar race, and then I'm gonna go eat dinner. I'm getting hungry. Oh, the game finally Okay, let's get some music going, right? What were we listening to? Listening to the Gunstar Heroes soundtrack. But what if we did Mega Man The Wily Wars full original soundtrack, Sega Genesis? Okay. So, let's take a look at the chorus. We've got lasers right off the bat. Somebody might get... Speaking of Evangelion, Diet Bob died on the cross. We're going through a Squidward mangler over a rock somehow. These are like Dremel tips if you're like carving out some wood or something. Into a grain elevator. Into some sort of monkey ball contraption. Split out. Oh, hell yeah, Nate. That's making me hungry. Cruel Angel's Thesis World. Into a pegboard. Into a hopper. Up a grain elevator, where I'm assuming there's a wagon wheel in there. Only one way to find out. Yep. Into some ram's horns, up another grain elevator, and that's it. Alright, gamers, you've got until we get back to the start to enter the race. Last race of the day, then we're going to do the Star in the Jar race, and then I will end the stream and go get my dinner. Alright, gamers, you got 10 seconds. Hope these lasers don't kill anybody. This has got to be like a Cruel Angels or like an Evangelion reference, right? Lasers, angels. Okay, that stone is just fake. Gaining some speed. What's going on in there? Are those feet? Hold up. Get a load of those. Nails and everything. That's crazy. MCU. This is part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So if anyone wants to get a star in the jar, their time is running out. Of course, the star in the jar is if you're a part of the star system here, which you can earn a star just by chatting. You can wager that star and win. I think we've probably got like half a dozen stars in the star jar right now. What's it gonna be, Nate? Oh, whoa, hey, that's what I like to see from Nate. He's edging it, gamers. He's edging it. Going around and around and around. Oh! It's gonna be another one in the star jar, Nate. Or it might be Fern. Who knows? Fern's fighting for it. Fern wants it. Very hard to see what's going on in this one. Oh. Come on, Fern. Hell yeah. Thank you, fans. Oh, Nate. Can't even finish. Let's see what's up with Dan. Final results. All right. Last chance to get a star in the star jar. We're going to go standard maps, random, bots. There's only 2 of you right now. I'll wait 30 seconds. That's how I'm good at edging. Dan, this is the star in the jar race. So there's not it's going to be a bot race for the stars and the stars in the jar shareholders to bet on. Okay. Going in. All right. Yeah, exactly, Fern. All right, whoever picks one first, that's who you get. Gated bow is going to Fern. And then Nate is getting Vivauzy. All right, let's get this going. This is for all the stars in the jar. How many stars are in the jar right now, gamers? Let's check. We've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's definitely enough to give Fern a win. Yep. Excuse Blender there. So let's see this. Whoa. Right into it, no countdown. Shit! We didn't miss much. That's a star, Nate. But it won't matter. Do a burlap buster. Oh, Nate! Your guy's gone, Nate. I guess if Gated Bow doesn't make it, the stars are gonna have to roll over to next week. Let's see what happens. I'm anxious. We could be launched off right here. Nope. Take your time, Gated. Gated with the sauce. If Gated does fall off and the stars roll over, that means Nate is this week's winner, but anything could happen. We got some pegs here. Not even a threat. Woo! Oh! Whoa! No! What the hell? There's no winner. Whoa, what? Well, let's give Nate his final star here. And we'll have to move these two over. You demand a rematch? Is that what you want? As the two star in the jar holders, what do you how do we both feel about that? I can't win this way? Okay, you know, we can do a rematch. We can do a rematch. If I just do a random track, will it get us back in with our two guys? All right. Shout out which one you want. Oh, this one sucks. Hold on. We're not in it on that one. Okay, we got Debixie and Tubexe. Whoever shouts one out first. This is the same texture as the one we just did for the outside ramps. Need the yes, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the clip, Nate. Really appreciate that. I'm gonna give you a star, but I'm gonna give it to you off screen so we don't have a repeat of that fiasco. Fern wants Deeb. That means Nate is getting Tube. Right, here we go. Straight into it. No countdown. Deeb is pulling ahead. Oh, trapdoors, gamers. That's nefarious. I'm really nervous about that. Tube's having some trouble. We got a rippled surface there. The mustache agitators. Anything could happen here. Whoa! Looks like Tube's caught up. Watch out for this barrel. All right. Very similar situation to last time. Watch out for this barrel. Do not hit this barrel. Home stretch. Only one more barrel. Please, please. Oh, okay. No trapdoor. Through the Razorback. I think you're home sweet home. Again, right at the end. All right. No. This is getting settled now. All right. Shout out Geo or KO. Nate wants Geo. Again, no countdown. just about neck and neck here. Agitator right off the bat. Oh no. Not looking good. But at least they're out. Let's hope something crazy happens. Like he can get launched back here. At least slowed down. Oh! It might already be Jover, yeah. Oh yeah. Anything could happen in an agitator, though. Anything could happen in the agitator. Anything could happen in the agitator, gamers. Anything could happen in the agitator, gamers! Oh my god. Oh boy. That's finally a win for Fern. What can you say? What can you say? Fate really wanted all these stars in the jar to go to Fern. Let's hand them out. That's marbles, baby. Had to cough. Whoopsie. So, here we go. It's still going to be a really close. I think Fern is over only by 2 here. But that means we get to upgrade Fern's nameplate here. First of all, we have to convert it to a mesh. Ignore those. Get out of there. And then we're going to select similar by normals. Add another assign. Not new. I didn't mean to click new. It's thinking about it. Well, what a crazy upset. And now the record is going to be lost because Blender decided to crash at the last minute. Here we go. No, we're good. Change that to bronze. There you go. Fern's got a cool name like the rest of them now. Well, congratulations, Fern. If you say something nice about Fern in the Discord before Monday's stream, you will get a free